Experience insurance the way it should be with Put-Off Insurance Agency in Watertown. Established in 1995, we blend modern efficiency with old-fashioned customer service. As a locally owned, independent agency, our experienced agents specialize in both commercial and personal insurance, ensuring you get the expertise you deserve.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Excavating runs in Luke Keller's blood. He's a third-generation excavator at Glacial Lakes Excavating. He can do it all. Water lines, check. Septic tanks, check. Farm hydrants, check. Drain fields, check. Basements and footings, check. And more. Luke is your reliable excavator. He's out of Wallace, South Dakota. Contact Luke at Glacial Lakes Excavating, 605-520-4518 for a quote today. 605-520-4518.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Transform your fitness journey at Apex Training in Watertown. Our unique studio offers targeted group training classes designed to meet your specific health goals. Specializing in strength training, agility, and injury prevention, we use diverse equipment to help you build strength and enhance performance. Whether you're aiming for sport-specific skills or overall fitness, our expert trainers will guide you with our specialized workouts to prevent common injuries. Experience affordable, effective training at Apex Training and reach your peak potential today.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
ugh, come on!
Seriously? This is so extra.
But what you could say is,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra.
AgWorks of Watertown is your go-to for premier agricultural services in Northeast South Dakota. We deliver superior agronomy solutions, including top-quality seed brands, custom application, and precision ag services to enhance crop health and yield. Optimize your farming with our expert services and cutting-edge solutions. Call AgWorks today for ultimate agricultural success. Proud sponsors of Watertown area youth athletics and events.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Play hard, Florence Henry Falcons. Play with passion, have fun, and give it your all. The cheers echo and success follows when you play from the heart. Eastside Equipment proudly supports your dedication and sportsmanship. Best of luck from your fans at Eastside Equipment, and may every point bring you closer to victory. Eastside Equipment, your local Kubota dealer, is located half-mile south of Highway 212 on the bypass in Watertown. Go Falcons!
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
World-class service with hometown friendliness. That's what you can expect from the staff of Haler Automotive. We sell new vehicles from both Chevrolet and Buick, along with a good selection of late-model pre-owned vehicles. And if you're looking for something a little more vintage, come take a look at our classic car showroom, Highway 12 Classics. We have a full service department, parts department, and a body shop. We're conveniently located East Highway 12 in Webster, or view all of our inventory online at HalerAuto.com.
Wishart Insurance is an independent, family-owned insurance agency. Our passion is caring for people. Wishart Insurance will take the time to answer all of your insurance questions and assist you and your family in choosing coverage that will protect you. We take pride in knowing that our family is working hard for your family. We are your insurance family. We are located at 922 West Kemp Avenue in Watertown, South Dakota, with locations in Clark, Willow Lake, and Brookings.
At Active Heating, you could say we specialize in comfort, heating and air conditioning, plumbing, air and water quality. Active Heating is ready. Too hot or too cold? Our certified comfort experts for Coleman Heating and Cooling Equipment can help. Don't let a leak drain.
Local means more than being just another small-town business. It means showing up for our member owners when they need us, supporting the organizations that empower the next generation of community leaders and agriculturalists, and providing resources to help ensure the communities we live in are here for generations to come. At AgTegra Cooperative, local isn't just about where our locations are. It's about serving our farmers, our employees, and our communities in ways that nobody else will.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once,
all right, we're back here. Taken by Callie Hansen, set up by Anna Beyer. Free ball across for Schockert. Taken now by the Cardinals, set up by number 11, that's Gehring. Hit it a little deep there, that'll be a point for the Falcons. It's 16-9. All right, I guess I'm live now, so that's a bonus. Had a little technical difficulties on the audio. Andy Rizloff's taking the serve for the Florence Henry Falcons. Serves it in the net. That'll be a service error, and that'll be 17-9 now for the Deuel Cardinals. Deuel Cardinals midway through set number 1, up 17-9. Taken by Addison Beyer, set up by Anna. Rowan Raymer looks to put it down for the Falcons. She puts it across, taken by the Cardinals, and that one's hit in the net by number 13, Clarissa Hansen, and that'll be a point.
Your ticket with live
17-10 now for the Cardinals. To the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons is Anna Beyer. Into the game for the Falcons is Elizabeth Ryder, number 3. Beyer puts it up for the Falcons, taken by the libero. Set up by number 11, Gehring. Put down, that's a nice shot there by number 12, Engebretson. And it was dug out for the Falcons. Engebretson, that one's number 15, that's Peterings. She tries to put that down. Embry Shamber gets blocked at the net. Good hustle there by the Falcons, but they just could not get to it. Good hustle there, girls. But 18-10 now for the Cardinals. Back to the service line will be the libero, number 2, Addison Timmons for the Cardinals. She's a 5'6" junior. Puts it across, taken by Elizabeth Ryder. Set up by Anna Beyer. Rowan Raymer looks to put one down. Dug out by the Cardinals. And a little mishap on the set there for the Cardinals, and the ball hits the floor on their side, and that'll be a point for the Falcons. It's 18-11 now for the Deuel Cardinals here midway through set number 1. Into the game now for the Florence Henry Falcons is number 13, Rebecca Ryder, and Emery Shamber will be serving for the Falcons. Emery puts it up and across for the Falcons, taken by the Cardinals, set up by Gehring. Put across by number 12, and that's Engebretson. Good hustle there by the Falcons to put it back across. Number 12, Edgerson is a little long on the hit attack there, and that'll be a point for the Falcons. 18-12 now in favor of the Cardinals. Shamber is going to go to serve again. Taken by the Deuel Cardinals. That's number 15, Peterins, and she puts it across for a little mishap on there. A little mishap by the Falcons there. Ball hits the ground on our side, and that'll be a point for the Cardinals. It's now 19-12 Cardinals. Mashaya McQuinn into the game for the Falcons. Number 5, that's Emma Sattler into the game to serve for the Deuel Cardinals. Sattler to the service line. She puts it across for the Cardinals, taken by Rizloff. Now taken by Fleming, put across on a free ball by Ryder. Gehring sets it up for Engebretson. Engebretson blocked at the net, brings it back down. Good hustle there by the Cardinals. Engebretson tries to attack again, taken by Mashaya McQuinn. We're going to have a back row hit by Andy Rizloff. That'll be a kill for the Falcons, and it'll be 19-13 now in favor of the Deuel Cardinals. Into the game now is Kira Schockert, number 8, into the front row. Rowan Raymer will take to the service line for the Falcons. Raymer puts it across for the Falcons, taken by the libero. Can't quite get it. That'll be an ace for Rowan Raymer, and it is 19-14 now in favor of the Deuel Cardinals. Timmons just quite couldn't get to that one. Raymer put it in a good spot. Raymer's at the service line again. Puts it across for the Falcons. Almost to the same spot. This one's dug out. We'll attack it across for number 9, and that is Kirkley. Set across by Schockert. Deuel looks to attack again, and it's right on that back line. And that'll be a kill for number 3, and that's Elena Carlson for the Deuel Cardinals. And now they take a 20-14 lead here late in the first set. To the service line for Deuel is number 12. That'll be Tori Edgebritson. She's a 5'10 junior. Edgebritson puts it across, taken by Andy Rizloff. Set up by Anna Beyer. Free ball across by Schockert. Gehring sets it up for the Cardinals, blocked at the net, brings it back down, sets it up again. Number 9, that is Kirkleet, hits that one in the net. That'll be a point for the Falcons, and it's 20-15 into the game for the Falcons. Is number 16, Callie Hansen, and she'll go to the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons. Callie puts it up for the Falcons and a cross, taken by Deuel. Nice little serve there. A little mishap on the communication, but they recovered to get it across. Set up by Beyer. Schockert looks to tip it across. Set up now by Gehring. Beyer sets it up again for Rebecca Fleming this time. Blocked at the net. Callie Hansen digs it out. Set up by Beyer. Looks to go to Fleming again. Fleming with the tip, and that hits the floor. That'll be a kill for Rebecca Fleming, and Florence Henry now is 16-20 now in favor of the Deuel Cardinals. Callie Hansen goes to the service line one more time for the Falcons. And she puts that one in the net. That'll be a service error. Crucial service error there when we're 4 point differential. Now it is a 5-point differential at 21-16. Now to the service line for Deuel's number 3, Elena Carlson, 5'9", sophomore. Carlson puts it across into the net for Deuel. That's 2 in a row now. So we are at 21-17 now in favor of the Cardinals. Into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons is Emery Chamber into the front row. At the service line is Rebecca Fleming. Rebecca takes it, hits it across. Nice serve there. Set up by Gehring. That's number 9. That's Kirkleet. Tries to put it down. Has the Florence Henry Falcons scrambling for a free ball across. Gehring's going to set it up again. This time she's going to set it up to number 13, and that's Clarissa Hansen. She puts it down in the back left corner for a kill for the Deuel Cardinals, and now takes a 22-17 lead. Into the game is Addison Beyer and also number 15, Zamden Peterens. To the service line is number 11, and number 11 is Gracelyn Gehring. Gehring puts it across short, hits the top of the net, falls on the side of Deuel, and it is 22-18 now in favor of the Cardinals. Rowan Raymer into the front row now for the Falcons, as Andy Rizloff is the server at the current moment. Rizloff looks to put it across, and she does. Taken by set up by Gehring. Peterens tries to put that one down, taken by the Falcons. Beyer sets it up for Emery Chamber. Emery Chamber is blocked at the net. That falls on the side of the Florence Henry Falcons. It is now 23-18 in favor of the Cardinals. Falcons need a side out here and go on a little run here to get back into this game. Beyer takes the serve. Anna Beyer is the one that sets it up. Emery Chamber tips it across. And it looks like Edgebritson is going to try to attack for the Deuel Cardinals. She has a nice attack there. A little battle at the net. We're going to go back row attack for the Florence Henry Falcons. Back row attack is called. Never mind, it was not a back row attack. Anna Beyer was in the front row, so it can't be a back row attack. We're going to replay that one. And number 9 again is Kirkleet at the serve for the Deuel Cardinals. Emery Chamber looks to put it over. She's blocked at the net. Beyer sets it up again for Chamber. Chamber tips it across this time. Taken by Gehring. Set it up for Gehring. Edgebritson tries to find a hole on the left side. She cannot find that hole. Raymer tries to find one deep. Still dug out by the Deuel Cardinals. Andy Rizloff with a dig. Free ball across by Chamber. Has Deuel scrambling a little bit. Looks like we're going to have another free ball across for the Florence Henry Falcons. They need to take advantage here. Set up by Beyer. Raymer looks to hit it down. Blocked at the net. Beyer sets it up again. Raymer's going to try one more time. Blocked at the net. This time, this one goes out of bounds, and it will be tipped at the net, and it'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons. It's 23-19, and Florence Henry needs to go on a run now for Anna Beyer at the service line, and into the front row is Elizabeth Ryder. Anna Beyer's looking to serve and go on a little run here, get us back in this one. Takes a nice set by Gehring, puts it down by Peterens. Nice dig there by Andy Rizloff, set up by Addison Beyer. Free ball across by Raymer. Gehring sets it up again for Deuel. And that was a nice placement there by number 13, Clarissa Hansen. Nice placement on the kill for the Deuel Cardinals to end that short little streak we had going on. Is 24-19. Set point for the Cardinals. Number 2, Timmons, is at the service line. Has a nice little serve. She finds the ace to end this one. And it is 25-19 after set 1 in favor of the Deuel Cardinals.
With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Experience insurance the way it should be with Put Off Insurance Agency in Watertown. Established in 1995, we blend modern efficiency with old-fashioned customer service. As a locally owned, independent agency, our experienced agents specialize in both commercial and personal insurance, ensuring you get the expertise you deserve. At Put Off Insurance, you'll always speak directly with an agent. Call us today, 605-886-9319. Proudly supporting Florence Henry Student Athletic and Events. Choose Put Off Insurance, where your coverage is our only business.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs, there's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Excavating runs in Luke Keller's blood. He's a third generation.
Welcome back to Henry here as the Deuel Cardinals took number 1, Anna Byers, at the service line for the Falcons. Beyer puts it across for the Falcons. Raymer looks to put it across. She puts that thing down for a kill, and that's a good start to set number 2 as the Florence Henry Falcons take a 1-0 lead on a nice kill there by Rowan Raymer. Anna Beyer looks to be at the service line one more time. Anna with a nice little serve there, and she'll have a kill. Kill for Anna Beyer, and that is a 2-0 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. Byers at the service line one more time, puts it across for the Falcons. Taken, a little miscommunication there by the Deuel Cardinals, and that'll fall down again for a kill for Anna Beyer, and it is 3-0 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. Anna looks to set up the service one more time. She looks that one's a little deep. That's going to be a little service error, deep out of bounds, and that'll be a 3-1 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. Serving for the Deuel Cardinals is number 9, and that's Ella Kirkley. It looks like it's Deuel's in the net. They tried to put one across as the receiving of the serve was right at the net. Deuel tried to put it across, and they hit the net, so that'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons. It's 4-1 now in favor of the Falcons. At the service line is Emery Schamber. And Emery finds her ace. Emery Schamber is looking to be at the service line one more time for the Florence Henry Falcons. Emery puts it across, and she puts that one a little short. Peterens tries to hit it across. It's blocked at the net, but it falls on the side of the Florence Henry Falcons. It is 5-2 now in favor of the Falcons. Does it work, Cops? Nope, can't hear you. All right, we got a 6-2 ball game here. Serving for the Florence Henry Falcons is number 12, Rowan Raymer. Set up by Anna Beyer. Fleming tries to put one down, blocked at the net for the Deuel Cardinals. Good movement there by the Deuel Cardinals. Number 3, that's Elena Carlson. She got the block, recovered, and hit it across for the kill for Carlson and the Deuel Cardinals, and it's a 6-3 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. Into the game for the Cardinals is Emma Sattler, and she will come in to serve for the Cardinals. Sattler is at the service line, puts the ball across, taken by Rizloff. Set up by Anna Beyer. Beyer looks to free ball across for Kira Schockert. That would be number 3 for the... That would be Carlson tries to hit it across. Nice little volley going here. Andy Rizloff hit one across. Good scrappiness by the both teams here. Ooh, good dig there by Anna Beyer. Gehring sets it up for Ingebrigtsen. Set up by Beyer. Rebecca Fleming tries for the attack. Blocked at the net, but the ball falls to the floor on the side of the Deuel Cardinals. It's 7-3 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. Into the game now is number 10, Ashlyn Vavruska. She'll come in to serve, and Addison Beyer is coming in for her sister Anna Beyer. Ashlyn Vavruska at the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons here. Ashlyn looks to put it across. It's taken by the Deuel Cardinals, set up by Gehring. Gehring looks to set it up to number 3, Elena Carlson. Elena Carlson puts it into the net. That'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons and an 8-3 lead in favor of the Falcons. Ashlyn Vavruska looks to serve across again, and a nice serve by Ashlyn there. Gehring sets it up. It's going to be set up to the right side outside for Ingebrigtsen. It hits the ceiling, and it's a little bit of scrappiness for the Falcons, but after the hit of the ceiling, the ball came down too fast, could not get back to it. Ball hits the floor, and it's a point for the Deuel Cardinals. It's 8-4 now in favor of the Falcons. Edgerton will go to the service line now for the Deuel Cardinals. She puts it across. It's nice serve there. Nice hard serve right across the top of the net. Florence Henry can't quite take it. That'll be an ace for Edgerton and the Deuel Cardinals and brings them to 8-5 now in favor of the Falcons. Edgerton will serve it up again for the Deuel Cardinals. She puts it across. Another nice serve. Hits the top of the ceiling again. Florence Henry recovers, puts it across. Ingebrigtsen with the back row attack. She hits it below the net. That'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons and a 9-5 lead now in favor of the Falcons.
Serving for the Falcons, number 2, Kaylee Vavruska.
All right, Kaylee's serving for the Falcons, and it's a nice serve. Got the Deuel Cardinals scrapping a little bit, taken by Chamber, set up by Vavruska, put across by Chamber. Set up by Vavruska, looks to hit it across. Ooh, good scrappiness there by the Falcons. We're in the net. Florence Henry's in the net, so that will be a point for the Deuel Cardinals. Number 3 is Carlson. She's at the service line for the Falcons. Chamber looks to tip it across for the Florence Henry Falcons. As it comes back, and that is number 13, and that was Hansen for the Deuel Cardinals. Vavruska sets it up to Schockert. Schockert looks to put it down, blocked at the net. Gehring can't quite get to it. The ball falls to the floor, and that'll be a point for the Falcons. It's 10-6 now in favor of the Falcons. Andy Rizloff's going to go to the service line, and Rowan Raymer's going to come into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons. Nice serve there by Andy. Hits right at the top of the net and falls to the floor on the other side. That's a ace for the Florence Henry Falcons, and 11-6 lead now for the Falcons. We finally got Aubrey's mic to turn on, so now you can hear her. Rizloff puts it across for the Falcons. Number 13, that is Hansen for the Deuel Cardinals. Addison Byer looks to attack for the Falcons. It goes off the side of her hand, hits the floor on the Florence Henry Falcons side, and is now 11-7 in favor of the Falcons. Gehring goes to the service line for the Deuel Cardinals. Gehring puts it across for the Cardinals, taken by Rizloff, set up by Vavruska. Raymer puts one to the ground. That'll be a kill for Rowan Raymer and the Florence Henry Falcons. And they'll take a 12-7 lead now. Into the game is number 3, Elizabeth Ryder. Also, number 9, Anna Byer. And Anna will go to the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons. Looking to do what she started the game at, is go on a little run here of about 3 or 4. Byer puts it across, nice little serve. Peter Rhines puts it across for the Deuel Cardinals, taken by Vavruska. Elizabeth Ryder with a nice attack. Set across, now set up again. Raymer tries to go at it, blocked at the net. We're going to have some battle at the net here. Set across by Byer. Peter Rhines looks to put it out again, blocked at the net, but the ball falls out of bounds, but it's touched by the Falcons, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals, and it's 12-8.
Serving for the Cardinals, number 9, Ella
Kirkley. Taken by Vavruska, set up by Byer. Pushed across by Emery Chamber. She pushed it across right into the right spot, hits the ground, and that'll be a kill for Emery Chamber. Florence Henry's up 13-8 now for the Falcons.
Serving for the Falcons, number 6.
That's our side. You should know who Emery Chamber is, kid. All right, Emery puts one across. There's a little miscommunication on the Deuel Cardinals side, and the ball falls to the floor. I got you. She's not on there. All right, we got a timeout on the floor.
At Glacial Lakes Excavating, he can do it all. Water lines, check. Septic tanks, check. Farm hydrants, check. Drain fields, check. Basements and footings, check. And more. Luke is your reliable excavator. He's out of Wallace, South Dakota. Contact Luke at Glacial Lakes Excavating, 605-520-4518 for a quote today. 605-520-4518.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes farming.
All right, we're back here. It's 14-8, Florence Henry Falcons. Who's at the service line, Ops?
Emery Chamber.
All right, Emery's looking to serve it up for the Florence Henry Falcons. She puts it across a little short. Has the Deuel Cardinals scrapping on the other side. They cannot quite get it across the net in 3. That'll ball fall to the floor, and that'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons. It's 15-8 now. Chamber at the service line one more time for the Florence Henry Falcons, looking to go on a little bit of a run here. Chamber puts it across for the Falcons. Same kind of spot. This time it's set up by Gehring. Put across by Peter Rhines. It's blocked at the net by Rowan Raymer. The ball falls on the floor, and that'll be a block for Raymer and a point for the Falcons. It's 16-8 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. Chamber again at the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons. Chamber puts it up and puts it across. Puts this one into the net. I think the toss there was a little bit in front of her. She could have taken that one down. Mashaya McQuinn now is into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons. Also for the Deuel Cardinals is number 3, and that's Elena Carlson to the front row. Serving for the Deuel Cardinals, number 2, Addison Timmons. She's the libero, taken by Mashaya McQuinn. Hit it set across by Elizabeth Ryder. Gehring looks to set it up for Edgebritson. Edgebritson looks blocked at the net. Ball falls out of bounds, but it's touched by the Florence Henry Falcons. That'll be a kill for Edgebritson and the Deuel Cardinals. It's 16-10 now in favor of the Falcons. Timmons at the service line again for the Deuel Cardinals. Timmons looks to put it across. It's taken there by Andy Rizloff. Set up by Anna Byer. Tried to get put down by Elizabeth Ryder. That might have been tipped at the line. No, it was not tipped at the net. That was deep now, and that'll be another point for the Deuel Cardinals. It's 16-11 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. Timmons looks to go to the other side this time. Serves it again, taken by Raymer. Set up by Anna Byer. Anna Byer puts it across. Now it's going to be set up by Gehring. Peterins looks to put it across. She puts it right in front of the line on the other side, inbounds, And that'll be a kill for the Deuel Cardinals, and it's 16-12 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. Timmons again looking to serve for the Deuel Cardinals. Taken by Raymer, set up by Anabayer, put back down by Raymer. Raymer finds a nice hole. That will hit the floor on the other side, and that'll be a kill for Rowan Raymer and the Florence Henry Falcons. 17-12 now. Into the game for the Falcons is number 8, Kira Schockert, and at the service line is
Rowan Raymer.
Rowan Raymer, number 12. Raymer looks to toss it up for the Falcons. She does, and she puts it across. Finds a nice little spot there on the other side, set up by Gehring. Number 3, I believe number 3 is Carlson. Rebecca Ryder takes the attack, finds a nice little spot cross court, hits the top of the hoop, falls to the floor, and that will be a kill for Rebecca Fleming, and it's an 18-12 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. Raymer looks to put it up again from the service line, puts it across. Finds a nice little spot over there. Gehring sets it up for, that would be number 12, Edgerson. Edgerson, it gets blocked at the net, falls to the other side, and it hits the floor, and that'll be a point for point for the Deuel Cardinals. 18-13 now, and to the service line for Deuel is number 5, Emma Sattler for the Deuel Cardinals. Sattler looks to put it across. That one looks a little deep, a little bit strong here. And that will be out of bounds and a point for the Falcons. It's 19-13 for the Falcons. Into the game is Addison Byer, number 5, and number 10, Ashlyn Vavruska. And Ashlyn will be serving for the Florence Henry Falcons. Puts it up and across for the Falcons. Set up by Gehring on the other side. Number 3, Carlson, looks to hit it across. Taken by Mashaya McQuinn. Set up by Vavruska. Rebecca Fleming looks to put one down. She puts it across, and Rebecca again tries to find a spot. Number 3 is Carlson. She looks to hit it across. Taken by Rizloff. Tipped across by Schockert. Schockert is hit blocked at the net. Ball goes, hits off a couple different players, hits the ground for the Florence Henry Falcons, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals, and a 19-14 lead now for the Falcons. Edgerson looks like she's at the line now, to the service line for the Deuel Cardinals. She's going to put it across, taken by Rizloff, set up by Ashlyn Vavruska. A little mishit there by Vavruska, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals. Edgerson to the service line again for the Deuel Cardinals. Edgerson puts it across for Deuel, taken by Mashaya McQuinn, set up by Ashlyn Vavruska. Rebecca Fleming looks to go cross court. Right side goes cross court. That ball hits the floor. That'll be a kill for Rebecca Fleming, and the Florence Henry Falcons takes a 20-15 lead now. Into the game, number 2, Kaylee Vavruska, and number 6, Emery Chamber for the Florence Henry Falcons. And to the service line is
Kaylee Vavruska.
Number 2, Kaylee Vavruska. Kaylee looks to put it across for the Falcons, and she does. Gehring sets it up for, that would be number 3, Carlson. Carlson puts it down. That's a nice dig there by Ashlyn Vavruska. Free ball across for Ashlyn. Gehring sets it up again. This time it's for number 9. And number 9 is Ella Kirkley, and she puts on that one to the floor, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals, and a 20-16 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. This one's going to be an important one to finish now for the Florence Henry Falcons, so they can tie up the sets at 1. Number 3, Carlson, looks to serve it across. That ball is taken a little deep by Andy Rizloff. The ball goes off the glass, hits the floor, and that's an ace for the Deuel Cardinals, and a 20-17 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. Carlson looks to serve it up again for the Deuel Cardinals, and she does and puts it across. Taken by Rizloff, set up by Ashlyn Vavruska. Over to Emery Chamber. Emery Chamber tips it across. Had a couple mishaps there, but the Deuel Cardinals find a way to get it across. Here comes Addison Byer. Addison tips it across. Again, has the Deuel Cardinals in different directions here, and that was a mishit at the net, and that'll ball falls to the floor, and that'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons. At the service line now for the Florence Henry Falcons is
Andy Rizloff.
And into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons is number 12, Rowan Raymer. Rizloff looks to put it across for the Florence Henry Falcons, and she does. It's set up to number 13, and number 13, that was Clarissa Hansen. She had a nice Nice hit across. It was dug out by the Florence Henry Falcons. Just barely went over. Ball hits the floor on the Deuel Cardinals side, and that's a point for the Falcons, up 22-17 now. Andy Rizloff will be at the service line again for the Falcons. She puts this one across short, and Raymer tries to put one across. It's taken by the Deuel Cardinals. Set up for Florence Henry is Ashlyn Vavruska, and a hit in the net for the Falcons, and the ball falls to the floor. That'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals. It's 22-18 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. Gehring goes to the service line for Deuel here. And she puts one across, taken by Rizloff, set up by Vavruska. Addison Byer hits one across. Has some people scrapping here. We got some free ball across for Vavruska. Hits the top of the net, does get over. Gehring sets it up for number 13, blocked at the net. And got some battling at the net here. We got Florence Henry's in the net. That'll be another point for the Deuel Cardinals. And it's 22-19 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. Gehring again goes to the service line for the Deuel Cardinals. Gehring looks to put it across, taken by Rizloff, set up by Ashlyn Vavruska. Rowan Raymer tries to pull it now, blocked at the net, scrapping all over the place. And it is going to be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons after the Deuel Cardinals get 4 hits. It'll be 23-19 now. That was a crucial point now in this game. Into the game is Elizabeth Ryder, number 3, and Anna Byer takes the place of her sister Addison here. And to the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons
Anna Byer
is Anna Byer, number 9. This will be her 3rd time serving at this game, and she has done very good at the service line so far. See if she can finish this one. Peter Ryan's into the net. That'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons. It is set point now. It's 24-19 in favor of the Falcons. We'll see if Anna can finish this one for the Falcons and tie it up at 1 apiece. Anna puts it across for the Falcons. Has Deuel Cardinals moving here. Gehring puts it across. That would be number 13. Number 13 is Carissa Hansen. She has a kill for the Deuel Cardinals. Keeps them in this one. It's 24-20 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. To the service line is number 9, and that's Ella Kirkleet for the Deuel Cardinals. Taken by Vavruska, set up by Byer. Raymer tries to end this one, and she will. Rowan Raymer with the kill, and it's 25-20. Florence Henry takes set number 2. It's tied at 1. We'll be back shortly.
Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Transform your fitness journey at Apex Training in Watertown. Our unique studio offers targeted group training classes designed to meet your specific health goals. Specializing in strength training, agility, and injury prevention, we use diverse equipment to help you build strength and enhance performance. Whether you're aiming for sport-specific skills or overall fitness, our expert trainers will guide you with our specialized workouts to prevent common injuries. Experience affordable, effective training at Apex Training and reach your peak potential today.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
"Ugh, come on!
Seriously? This is so extra."
But what you could say is,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your local State Farm agent is available when and where you need them, online, over the phone, or even in person. State Farm agents are here to answer your questions and help you file your claim.
All right, welcome back to Henry. We are tied at 1 set apiece now. And then this is game number 3 now between Deuel and Florence Henry. Deuel takes the serve, and that would be number 9. That's Kirklead. Attack for Florence Henry. That's a little deep. That's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a 1-0 lead now for the Deuel Cardinals. Kirklead again takes from the service line, puts it across for the Deuel Cardinals. Taken by Vavruska, set up by Anna Beyer. Emery Chamber finds a nice little spot on the other side. That'll be a kill for the Falcons and Emery Chamber, and it's tied at 1 now for the third set here, all tied up at 1.
Serving for the Falcons, number 9, Anna Beyer.
Beyer puts it across for the Falcons, set up by number 11, Gehring, puts it across by Peter Rhines. Blocked at the net. Chamber looks to set it across, set up for number 13. Number 13 is Carissa Hansen. Florence Henry's in the net, so that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals, and they'll take a 2-1 lead now. Into the game, number 3, that's Elena Carlson, and serving for the Deuel Cardinals is number 2, Addison Timmons. Addison Timmons is going to try the near side this time. She moves around quite a bit. That ball went off the antenna. That'll be out of bounds, and that'll be a point for the Falcons and a service error for the Deuel Cardinals. Into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons is number 13, Rebecca Fleming.
Serving for the Falcons, number 6, Emery Chamber.
Okay, Emery puts it across for the Falcons, has the Deuel Cardinals scrambling a little bit. Free ball across, taken by Chamber, set up by Anna Beyer. Rowan Raymer looks to put one down, blocked at the net. Ball hits on our side. That'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals as that one was blocked at the net. A little mishap there on the set. Couldn't quite get her feet underneath of her, and it will be a point for the Deuel Cardinals, and it's a 3-2 lead now for Deuel. Into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons is number 4, Mashia McQuinn, and into the game for the Deuel Cardinals is number 5, that's Emma Sattler, and she'll come in to serve for the Cardinals. Sattler looks to put the ball across for the Deuel Cardinals. That one went right over the top of the net. Taken by Rizloff. Cross court hit by Fleming. Taken by Edgerson. Edgerson puts it into the net for the Deuel Cardinals, and that'll be a point for the Falcons, and we have it tied up at 3 now. And into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons is number 8, Kira Schockert, and to the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons.
Roman Raymer.
Raymer looks to put it across for the Florence Henry Falcons, taken by the Deuel Cardinals. That would be number 9, and that is Kirklead. Rebecca Ryder looks to put it across, dug out by the Deuel Cardinals, but off the setter, went off the inside of her hands, and that'll be a lift, and that'll be a point for the Falcons, and we take a 4-3 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. Rowan Raymer is at the service line again for the Florence Henry Falcons. Puts it across for Florence Henry, and that'll be set up by Gehring. Tries to get put across by number 3, and that was Carlson. Blocked at the net, hits the ground. That'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons, and a 5-3 lead now for the Falcons, and Raymer to the service line again for the Florence Henry Falcons. Raymer looks to put it across for the Falcons, and she does. She has the Deuel Cardinals scrapping a little bit. Set across there by Carlson. Had a little mishap on the Florence Henry side on the receive, and the ball hits the floor, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals, and now it's a 5-4 lead now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. To the service line is Endbritson for the Deuel Cardinals. She puts it across right in the net, and that'll be a service error and a point for the Florence Henry Falcons and a 6-4 lead. Into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons is Addison Beyer replacing her sister, and also Ashlyn Vavruska replacing Ryder, and to the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons
is number 10, Ashlyn Vavruska.
All right, ball's up, looks to go across for the Florence Henry Falcons, and here it is. Hits the top of the net, falls to the floor. That'll be an ace for Ashlyn Vavruska, and that'll be a point for the Falcons, and it's 7-4 now in favor of the Falcons. Vavruska puts it up again and across. This time she finds a nice little spot short. Tipped across by the Deuel Cardinals. Kira Schockert a little deep on the attack. Didn't quite get off the ground like I think she wanted. Ball went deep out of bounds, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals and a 7-5 lead now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. To the service line is number 3, and that's Elena Carlson for the Deuel Cardinals, and that one goes into the net. A service error for the Cardinals, point for the Falcons. 8-5 now in favor of the Falcons. Into the game is Kaylee Vavruska and Emery Shamber for the Florence Henry Falcons. To the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons is
number 2, Kaylee Vavruska.
Kaylee puts it across for the Falcons. Gehring sets it up to number 13. Number 13 would be Clarissa Hansen. Puts it left side outside, right on the line for a kill for the Deuel Cardinals, and an 8-6 lead now in favor of the Falcons. Into the game for the Deuel Cardinals is Peterins, and Gehring serving for the Falcons. Set up by Ashlyn Vavruska. Attack there by Nice attack there by Kira Schockert. Had Deuel Cardinals scrambling a little bit, and they couldn't quite get it back across. And into the game now is number 12, Rowan Raymer, and serving for the Falcons is
number 1, Andy Rizloff. Serves up. Shamber to Vavruska. Hit.
That'll be a kill for the Deuel Cardinals. Peter Rines puts it across and finds the hole for the Cardinals, and that'll be a point for Deuel, and it'll be into the game now is number 12, and that is Engebretson for the Deuel Cardinals. Scoreboard says 10-6 now as we continue on here in set number 3. That'll be that ball hit the floor. And it will be an ace for number 9 is Ella Kirkley. Kirkley puts it across again. Another ace for the Deuel Cardinals. Kirkley puts it across, taken by Addison Byers, set up by Vavruska. Rowan Raymer blocked at the net. She does put that across, but it goes out of bounds, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals, and it is now a Deuel Cardinal 10-9 lead as number 9, Kirkley, is going on a run here for the Deuel Cardinals, taken by Vavruska, hit across by Byer, set up by Peter Rines. Now she's going to set up for Engebretson. Engebretson looks for the kill. She finds the cross-court kill, left side outside, goes cross-court, hits the line, and that'll be in, and it'll be a kill for the Deuel Cardinals, an 11-9 lead now in favor of Deuel. Kirkley put it up again for the Deuel Cardinals. Finds a nice little spot. It's going to be a free ball across for Emery Shamber. Set up by Gehring. Gehring looks to put it across for number 13. That's Hansen. Florence Henry puts it across again. Peter Rines looks to go cross court, right side outside, goes cross court a little bit long, or wide, I should say, and that'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons. Into the game is Elizabeth Ryder and Anna Byer, and serving for the Florence Henry Falcons will be
number 9, Anna Byer.
Anna will serve for the Florence Henry Falcons here, looking to go on a run of our own. It's 11-10 now in favor of the Deuel Cardinals. Anna puts it across, finds a nice little spot. That'll be an ace for Anna Byer, and the Florence Henry Falcons tie the game up at 11 now as we are midway through set number 3 now, tied at 1, as this is an important set as we go forward. Byer puts it up again for the Florence Henry Falcons. Finds a nice little spot, has the Deuel Cardinals scrapping. Engebretson tries to attack it. She does find she does find the floor for a kill for the Deuel Cardinals, and a 12-11 lead now for the Cardinals. Into the game is number 3, and that will be Elena Carlson for the Deuel Cardinals. Serving is Addison Timmons as she puts it across for the Deuel Cardinals. Taken by that was a nice that was a nice tip across. Found the hole for Emery Shamber, and that'll be a tip kill for Emery Shamber, and a 12-12 tie now. Into the game is Rebecca Fleming, and serving for the Florence Henry Falcons is
number 6, Emery Shamber.
Emery looks to put it up for the Falcons. Puts it up a little bit short. Did not quite have enough on it. The ball hits the net, and that's a service error. Into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons is number 4, Mashia McQuinn. And number 5 for the Deuel Cardinals is Emma Sattler. Emma will come in to serve for the Deuel Cardinals. Sattler puts it up for the Cardinals. Puts it across, taken by Rizloff. Set up by Anna Beyer. Anna Beyer looks to put it to Rowan Raymer. A little bit of a miss set there, a little deep. Has Rowan rushing, could not get that ball across, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals and a 14-12 lead now in favor of Deuel. Sattler looks to put it up again for the Deuel Cardinals, and we have a rotation issue on the Florence Henry Falcons. So it's a missed rotation, and it's a point now for the Deuel Cardinals again, and that'll be a 15-12 lead now in favor of Deuel. Sattler puts it up again for the Deuel Cardinals. Taken by Mashia McQuinn, set up by Anna Beyer. Rebecca Fleming looks to put one down, puts it into the net. That'll be a hitting error on Rebecca Fleming, and a 16-12 lead now for the Deuel Cardinals, and Sattler is at the service line once again for Deuel. Sattler puts it across for the Cardinals, taken by McQuinn, set up by Anna Beyer. Rowan Raymer looks to stop the run here, and she does as she set one across. It was dug out by the Deuel Cardinals, but they set it up perfectly for her again, and she puts one to the floor, and that's a kill for Rowan Raymer. And it's a 16-13 lead now for the Deuel Cardinals, and
serving for the Falcons, number 12, Rowan Raymer.
Raymer puts one across for the Falcons, finds a nice little spot, has the Deuel Cardinals moving around. Anna Beyer sets it up for Kira Schockert. Kira's dug out by the Deuel Cardinals. Number 3, Carlson looks to put it across, dug out by Beyer. Free ball across by Raymer, taken by Gehring, and now again free ball across with Florence Henry Falcons. Gehring sets it up now for number 3, that's Carlson. Florence Henry again finds a way to make something happen here. Set up by Ryder, free ball across by Schockert. Gehring sets it up now. Again, Carlson looks to find a hole. Taken by Elizabeth Ryder, blocked at the net. Ryder tries to hit one across. That ball hits the net, and that will be a point now again for the Deuel Cardinals, and a 17-13 lead now as we have a timeout now by the Falcons.
Extra.
AgWorks of Watertown is your go-to for premier agricultural services in northeast South Dakota. We deliver superior agronomy solutions, including top-quality seed brand, custom application, and precision ag services to enhance crop health and yield. Optimize your farming with our expert services and cutting-edge solutions. Call AgWorks today for ultimate agricultural success. Proud sponsors of Watertown area youth athletics and events.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms you.
All right, we're back here in Henry. It's a 17-13 lead for the Deuel Cardinals. It's 1-1. And it's in the third set here. And Edgerson will take this service line for the Deuel Cardinals. Edgerson puts it across for Deuel, taken by Andy Rizloff. Set up by Anna Beyer. Ryder looks to put it down for the Falcons. She finds a nice little spot there, but they do dig it out. Elizabeth tries to put it across again for the Falcons, and that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a point, and it's 18-13 now for the Deuel Cardinals.
Did the Deuel already win a set?
That's 1-1.
Oh, okay.
Into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons, number 16, Callie Hansen. Edgerson looks to put it up again for Deuel. It's taken by Rizloff. Off the side of Rizloff. Mashia McQuinn with a nice hustle, but could not quite get there. That'll be an ace for the Deuel Cardinals, and a 19-13 lead now for the Cardinals. Edgerson looks to put it up again for the Deuel Cardinals. And she puts it across, taken by Rizloff. Little miss hit there, or a little too strong there by Rizloff. The ball hits the floor, and that'll be another point. It's 20-13 now for Deuel, as Edgerson's going on a run here and has another ace on her side. Edgerson puts up the serve, and it goes right in the net. That's the side out we needed. It's 20-14 now in favor of the Deuel Cardinals, Florence Henry needs to go on a run here to get back in this game. Into the game is Addison Beyer and Ashlyn Vavruska to the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons.
Number 10, Ashlyn Vavruska.
Ashlyn's going to need to go on a little run here so we can get back into this game. Now's the time to do it. Ashlyn with a nice little serve has Deuel scrapping a little bit. Mashai McQuinn takes it, set up by Vavruska. Put down by Fleming. It's dug out by the Deuel Cardinals. That's a good, nice hit across now again. And then we got Kira Schockert looking for a kill. Dug out again by the Deuel Cardinals. Kira Schockert right back to her at the net. She puts it down for the Florence Henry Falcons, and we're going to have a discussion here between the two officials. And it's going to be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons, 20-15 now, in favor of the Deuel Cardinals. Vavruska again puts the ball across, puts it a little short, finds a nice little spot for it, and that ball cannot be dug out for the Deuel Cardinals, and it's going to be an ace for Ashlyn Vavruska. It's 20-16 now in favor of the Deuel Cardinals. Vavruska from the service line one more time. Puts it right into the net. That's a service error at a bad time. 21-16 now in favor of the Deuel Cardinals. To the service line for the Deuel Cardinals is number 3, Elena Carlson. Carlson puts it up for the Cardinals. Taken by Mashaya McQuinn, set up by Ashlyn Vavruska. Kira Schockert blocked at the net, taken by Rizloff. Kira Schockert looks to put it across again. Set up by Deuel now. Put across, finds a nice little spot. It was tried to be taken by Andy Rizloff. The ball hits the floor. That was number 9. I do believe that was Edwardson for the correction. That's Kirkley for the kill for the Deuel Cardinals, and a 22-16 lead now in favor of the Cardinals. Carlson at the service line again. Puts it across, taken by McQuinn, set up by Vavruska. Addison Beyer is going to look to put one down. Taken by the Deuel Cardinals, set up by Gehring. That will be a soft kill there by Kirkley, and she finds a hole, hits the floor. It's 23-16 now in favor of the Deuel Cardinals. Carlson at the service line again for Deuel. Puts it across and finds Andy Rizloff, set up by Vavruska. Looking to go cross court, right side cross court, a little wide there for Rebecca Fleming. Point for the Deuel Cardinals, and it's going to be a set point now for the Cardinals at 24-16. Carlson's looking to end this one for the Deuel Cardinals. She puts it across, taken by Addison Beyer, set up by Vavruska. Addison's going to look to hit it down, and she does. That's a kill for Addison Beyer, and the Florence Henry Falcons are still alive at 24-17. Into the game is number 2, Kaylee Vavruska, number 6, Emery Shamber for the Falcons, and to the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons.
Number 2, Kaylee Vavruska.
Vavruska puts it up and puts it across, finds a nice little spot. That's going to be an ace for Kaylee Vavruska, and it's a 24-18 lead for the Deuel Cardinals. Vavruska puts it up and across again. Nice little serve here. Has Deuel scrambling one more time. And it's a mishap again, and that ball hits the floor. That'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons. It's 24-19 now in favor of the Deuel Cardinals. Vavruska puts it up again and across. This time that Gehring puts it across for the Deuel Cardinals, set up by Vavruska. Schockert's going to look to put it down. It's dug out by the Deuel Cardinals, put up again by Gehring. Tries to put it down by Kirkley. Free ball across for Schockert. Set up again by Gehring. That'll be blocked at the net for the Florence Henry Falcons. Good recovery there by the Deuel Cardinals, and that's good little volley going, and the ball went just off the side of Emery Shamber's hand, and that's going to be a 25-19 win for set number 3 for the Deuel Cardinals, and now they take a 2-1 lead now, and we'll be back here shortly.
Did you put it on it yet? Is there ads on this?
And sharing stories is just a way of life, it's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Play hard, Florence Henry Falcons. Play with passion, have fun, and give it your all. The cheers echo and success follows when you play from the heart. Eastside Equipment proudly supports your dedication and sportsmanship. Best of luck from your fans at Eastside Equipment, and may every point bring you closer to victory. Eastside Equipment, your local Kubota dealer, is located half-mile south of Highway 212 on the bypass in Watertown. Go Falcons!
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
World-class service with Hometown.
All right, welcome back. We're here in Henry. It is 2-1 now in favor of the Deuel Cardinals, and this is set number 4. And at the service line for the Falcons,
Number 9, Anna Byer.
Byer puts it across, puts it a little deep. That's going to be out of bounds. That'll be a service error for the Falcons, and it'll be a 1-0 lead now for the Deuel Cardinals. At the service line for Deuel is number 9, Ella Kirkley. She puts it across, taken by Ryder, set up by Anna Byer. Byer puts it over to Emery Chamber. Emery looks to put it down, and we have some battle at the net here, and a whole lot of tipping going on here. Raymer tries to put it across, blocked at the net. The ball falls inbounds on our side, and that'll be another point for the Deuel Cardinals, and a 2-0 lead now to start set number 4. Taken by Vavruska, put it up by Raymer. Raymer tries to put it down, blocked at the net. Tried to recover there. Deuel couldn't quite recover, and that'll be a point for the Falcons, and a 2-1 lead now in favor of the the Deuel Cardinals.
Serving for the Falcons, number 6, Emery Chamber.
And into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons is Rebecca Fleming. Chamber puts it across, set up by the Deuel Cardinals. Now we got set up by Anna Byer. Rebecca Fleming puts one down for the Florence Henry Falcons. It's blocked at the net. Ball falls inbounds. That'll be a kill for Rebecca Fleming and the Florence Henry Falcons, and we tie it at 2. Chamber looks to put it up again for the Florence Henry Falcons, and she does. Puts it across, puts it short. This one's going to go into the net. That's going to be an ace for Emery Chamber, and it's a 3-2 lead now in favor of the Falcons. Chamber looking to put it up again for the Falcons. Puts it across. Gehring puts it up for number 12, Edgerson. Blocked at the net. That'll be a kill for the Deuel Cardinals that tie that one at 3. Into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons is number 4. That's Mashaya McQuinn. And into the game is number 3. That's Elena Carlson. And serving for the Deuel Cardinals is Addison Timmons. Timmons puts it across, taken by McQuinn. Set up by Anna Byer to Rebecca Fleming. Rebecca goes cross court. She's a little bit wide. That'll be out of bounds. And it'll be a 4-3 lead now for the Deuel Cardinals. Timmons puts it short, and that's good recovery by the Falcons. Set up by Peterens, puts it to Edgerson, taken by Rizloff. Set up now for Rebecca Fleming, tips it across, put it up. Ooh, that's a good battle at the net, but Florence Henry's in the net, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals, and it's 5-3 lead now in favor of Deuel. Timmons at the service line one more time for the Deuel Cardinals. Puts it across short, and that's a perfect placement. Florence Henry tried to save it. They could not. That'll be an ace for Timmons, and it's a 6-3 lead now in favor of the Deuel Cardinals. Timmons looking to put it up again for the Deuel Cardinals, and she's going to put it up deeper a little bit this time to Mashia McQuinn, set up by Anna Beyer. Raymer is looking to end the bleeding, and she does. That'll be a kill for Rowan Raymer and the Florence Henry Falcons. 6-4 lead now for the Deuel Cardinals. Into the game, Kira Schockert, number 8, at the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons.
Rowan Raymer. What do you want?
Rowan puts it across for the Florence Henry Falcons. Set up by Gehring. Looks to be number 12. And number 12 is Edgerson, and she finds the bottom, or hit the net, finds the floor on the other side for a kill for Deuel, and that'll be a point for Deuel. 7-4 now lead for the Deuel Cardinals, and into the game is number 5, and that is Emma Sattler for the Deuel Cardinals, and she will be serving as well. Sattler puts it across, taken by Andy Rizloff, set up by Anna Beyer. Schockert looks to hit this one across. Nice attack by Schockert. Ball hits the floor on the other side. That'll be a kill for Kira Schockert. Florence Henry now trails 7-5. Into the game is number 10, Ashlyn Vavruska, and number 5, Addison Beyer for the Florence Henry Falcons.
Serving for the Falcons, number 10, Ashlyn Vavruska.
Ashlyn puts it across for the Florence Henry Falcons. Going to have Deuel scrambling a little bit. Number 3 is Carlson. Puts it across out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons, and we pull a little closer at 7-6 now. Still in favor of the Deuel Cardinals. Vavruska's going to look to go to the service line again. Ball's up and across for Vavruska. Set up by Gehring. Not many people home. Blocked at the net, but Edgerson was underneath the net. That'll be a point for the Falcons. It'll be 7-7 now as we tie it up here early on in set number 4 with Deuel leading 2-1. Vavruska puts it up. That's a nice serve put up by Gehring. Now that's Carlson. Carlson finds the bottom, or finds the ground on the other side. That'll be a kill for Carlson, and that'll be an 8-7 lead now in favor of the Deuel Cardinals. Into the game for Deuel is number 1, Alexis Schilling, and she will go to serve for the Cardinals. She's a 5'4" senior. Schilling puts the ball up and puts it across, taken by Beyer. Set up by Ashlyn Vavruska. Beyer looks to put it back down again, blocked at the net. Taken by Vavruska. Hit across by Kira Schockert. Set up by Deuel, puts it across for number 3. Okay, we got a little volley going on here. Good placement there by Ashlyn. Ashlyn tried to find a hold. Deuel recovered very well. Schockert looks to attack, and that ball is dug out by the Deuel Cardinals. We have Endrickson trying to hit for the Deuel Cardinals, taken by the Falcons. Ooh, little mishap there by the Florence Henry Falcons, as it was probably going to be a free ball. I don't think Addison knew what she was going to do with it and decided at the last moment the ball did not go across. It's a 9-7 lead now for the Deuel Cardinals, and Schilling will be serving again for Deuel. Schilling puts it across, taken by Mashia McQuinn, set up by Vavruska. Tries to get put down by Beyer. Beyer almost goes across, but she didn't quite get there. Dug out by Vavruska. Beyer again finds the tip. That's going to be taken by the Cardinal. Tip across for Gehring. Now we got Rebecca Fleming with the attack. The ball hits the floor on the other side. That'll be a kill for Rebecca Fleming. And the Florence Henry Falcons pull within 1 at 9-8 now. Into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons, number 2, Kaylee Vavruska. Number 6, Emery Schamber.
Serving for the Falcons, number 2, Kaylee Vavruska.
Kaylee looks to serve for the Falcons, and she puts one right across the top of the net in a nice little spot. Deuel scrambling a little bit. Number 3, Carlson looks to put it across, taken by Vavruska. Vavruska looks to that back left corner. She cannot quite get there, as Deuel was good movement on that one. Vavruska puts it across on a free ball. Falls right in the middle of the front row and the back row, and that'll be a 9-9 tie now as we're in set number 4, as Deuel leads 2-1. Vavruska looks to put it across again. That's a nice little shot for Vavruska. Hits the basketball net. That's good recovery there for the Deuel Cardinals. Set up by Ashlyn Vavruska. Schockert looks to hit it, blocked at the net. Set up now for Schockert again. Free ball across for Schockert. Set up by Gehring. Gehring got it to Kirkleet. Kirkleet put it across. Now we're going to have a set across by Vavruska. Again, puts it across for Deuel. Set up by Addison Beyer. Emery Chamber looks to attack now. Dug out by the Deuel Cardinals. Set up by Gehring. Gehring looks to set it up to Kirkleet, and that's a nice little tip kill there for Ashlyn Vavruska. She finds the deep left corner and puts it down for a kill, and the Florence Henry Falcons now take a 10-9 lead as Kaylee Vavruska is still at the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons. Kaylee looks to put it up and across. She looks to find that left corner, and she does, and that'll be an ace for Kaylee Vavruska, and it's now an 11-9 lead for the Florence Henry Falcons. Vavruska puts it up again for the Florence Henry Falcons. Puts it across short this time. Tries to change it up a little bit. Deuel is scrambling. They find a way to get it across. That's a nice way to get it across for the Cardinals. Chamber looks to attack. Looks to go cross court. Finds a way. Deuel again. Nice and scrappy there for Deuel. Schockert blocked at the net. Good recovery there by Andy Rizloff. That'll be a lift on the Deuel Cardinals, and that'll be a point for the Falcons. Up 12-9. Deuel's going to take a timeout. Down 12-9 here in set number 4. Deuel has a 2-1 lead, and we'll be right back.
Friendliness. That's what you can expect from the staff of Haler Automotive. We sell new vehicles from both Chevrolet and Buick, along with a good selection of late model pre-owned vehicles. And if you're looking for something a little more vintage, come take a look at our classic car showroom, Highway 12 Classics. We have a full service department, parts department, and a body shop. We're conveniently located East Highway 12 in Webster, or view all of our inventory online at HalerAuto.com.
Wishart Insurance is an independent, family-owned insurance agency. Our passion is caring for people. Wishart Insurance will take the time to answer.
Welcome back to Henry as we had some exciting action here in set number 4. Again, we have Deuel leading 2-1. It is 12-9 in favor of the Falcons here early on in set number 4. And had some good action here. Vavruska again to serve for the Florence Henry Falcons. Has Deuel scrambling again. It'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons as Deuel was underneath the net and across the line. And that'll be a 13-9 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. Vavruska looks to put it up again for the Falcons, and across, here it goes. Set up by Gehring. Gehring's looking to set it up to Carlson. Carlson looks to put it across, taken by Ashlyn Vavruska, set up by Beyer. Emery Chamber looks to put it down, blocked at the net. Again, Gehring looks to set it up for the Deuel Cardinals, and that's going to be a tip kill for Kirkleet as she finds a hole on the other side, and that'll end the bleeding here for the Deuel Cardinals, and it's 13-10 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. That'll be number 3, Carlson at the service line now for the Deuel Cardinals. Deuel looks a little bit confused here on their rotation, but they figured it out. Taken by Rizloff, set up by Ashlyn Vavruska. Chamber looks to put one down. Finds a dugout by the Deuel Cardinals. Kirkleet looks to put it across, and Vavruska tried to tip that one and just went off of her hands a little bit awkward, and the ball falls to the floor, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals, and it'll be 13-11 now in favor of the Falcons. Number 3, again, Elena Carlson at the service line for the Deuel Cardinals. Carlson looks to put it up and across she puts it up short, taken by Vavruska. Other Vavruska. Vavruska again. It's the Vavruska show right now. All right, number 13, that would be Hansen. She tries to put it across. Tipped across by Schockert. A lot of tipping going on here. We need to see something hit hard here. Chamber looks to hit it across, taken by the Deuel Cardinals. Again, another tip across. Beyer sets it up for Schockert. Schockert gets it blocked at the net, taken by the Deuel Cardinals. That's going to be a lift on the Cardinals, and it's going to be a point for the Falcons. 14-11 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. Serving for the Florence Henry Falcons will be number 1, Andy Rizloff, and into the game is number 12, Roan Raymer, into the front row for the Falcons. Andy puts it up, puts this one in the net. That'll be a service error for Andy, and it'll be a 14-12 lead now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. 15 into the game is Peterins, and serving for the Deuel Cardinals is number 11. That would be Gehring for Deuel. She puts it across, taken by Kaylee Vavruska, set up by Ashlyn Vavruska, tipped across by Emery Schamberg, blocked at the net. There's some battling at the net going on. And the winning battle at the net goes to Clarissa Hansen, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals as Hansen was at the net, tipping it across and finally found a hole on the other side. And it's 14-13 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. Gehring puts it across again, taken by Addison Beyer. Taken again by Andy Rizloff. Tried to free ball across for Kaylee Vavruska. The ball hits the net, and it's 14-14 now as we tie this one up here midway through the fourth set. Gehring puts it across again, taken by Rizloff, set up by Ashlyn Vavruska. Emery Schamber looks to find a hole, and she does. That'll be a kill for Emery Schamber, and it'll be a 15-14 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. And into the game for the Falcons is number 3, Elizabeth Ryder, and number 9, Anna Beyer. And to the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons will be
number 9, Anna Beyer.
Welcome back, Aubrey. Beyer looks to put it across for the Falcons, and she does. Scrapping a little bit for the Deuel Cardinals. Hansen looks to put it across, taken by Rizloff, set up by Anna Beyer. Rowan Raymer wants to take this one down, and the ball hits the speaker. That'll be a point for the Florence Henry Falcons as the ball goes off the speaker. We'll take that one. Home field advantage there. 16-14 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. Beyer looks to put it across again for the Falcons, and she does, set up by Gehring. Peter Rhines puts this one into the net, and that will be another point for the Florence Henry Falcons. It's 17-14 now in favor of the Falcons, and Anna Beyer again at the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons. Beyer looks to put it across, puts that one right above the net, has the Deuel Cardinals scrapping a little bit. Hansen looks to hit it across, and that ball will go into the net. Ball will fall to the floor. Another point for the Falcons. It's 18-14 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons as we have Anna Beyer going on a little run here, and we need to keep this one rolling. Beyer puts it across. Again, scrambling from the Deuel Cardinals. They're going to have to free ball it across. That ball is going to go out of bounds. That'll be another point for the Florence Henry Falcons. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout on the floor. It's 19-14 in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. It's set number 4 as Deuel leads 2-1. We'll be right back.
Your insurance questions and assist you and your family in choosing coverage that will protect you. We take pride in knowing that our family is working hard for your family. We are your insurance family. We are located at 922 West Kemp Avenue in Watertown, South Dakota, with locations in Clark, Willow Lake, and Brookings.
At Active Heating, you could say we specialize in comfort, heating and air conditioning, plumbing, air and water quality. Active Heating is ready. Too hot or too cold? Our certified comfort experts for Coleman Heating and Cooling Equipment can help. Don't let a leak drain your bank account. Our plumbers can handle it.
Welcome back to Henry as Anna Beyer is going on a run. Deuel tried to ice her with a little timeout here. Florence Henry leads 19-14. Beyer puts it up again for the Florence Henry Falcons. Again, Deuel's scrambling a little bit. Hansen looks to put it across. That ball goes off her hand. A little bit awkward there, and that'll be another point for the Florence Henry Falcons. And a 20-14 lead now as the Falcons try to fourth a 5th set here in this match. Beyer puts it across again, set up by Gehring. Hansen looks to tip it across, and she does, and she finds the right spot as it goes off of Elizabeth Ryder, and it hits the floor, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals as they pull within to 20-15 now. As number 9, that's Kirkfleet at the service line for the Deuel Cardinals. She's gone on a run before, and she's going to try to do it again. Raymer looks to not allow that to happen. The ball's blocked at the net. The ball hits the floor. That's a kill for Rowan Raymer. And the Florence Henry Falcons take a 21-15 lead. Into the game for the Falcons is number 13, Rebecca Fleming.
Serving for the Falcons, number 5, Emery Schamber.
Emery looks to put it up for Florence Henry, and she does. She finds a nice little spot there on the floor. The ball hits the floor, and that'll be a point for the Falcons, and we take a 22-15 lead now as Emery looks to go to the service line one more time to try to go on a run here to maybe end this one and force a set number 5. Emery puts it across. It's going to be tipped across by Gehring, taken by Rizloff, set up by Beyer. Rowan Raymer looks to put one down. Ball hits the ceiling. We're going to have some scrambling here. We're going to see if we can get this one across, and it does not go across the net. and that'll be another point for the Florence Henry Falcons. It's 23-15 now in favor of Florence Henry. Ball's up for Emery, puts it across, again, finds a nice little spot, set up by Gehring. Going to be a back set for Hansen. Hansen's underneath the net. That'll be another point for the Florence Henry Falcons. It's 24-15, and that brings us to set point for the Falcons. Emery's going to look to go on a nice little run to end this one and force a set number 5. Sets across, or it's across for Peterens, and it's dug out by Rizloff. Set up by Byer. Looking to end this one, and it's not quite going to get there, I don't think. Free ball across for Deuel. Taken by Rizloff. Set up by Anna Byer. Rowan Raymer missed. Rowan Raymer had a little misstep there as she mistimed her jump, but it got blocked, hit the floor. It is a kill for Rowan Raymer, and that's a 25-15 win for the Florence Henry Falcons, and we are tied up at 2, looking to go to set number 5, and we'll be back shortly.
Improve your air and water quality with an air purifier and reverse osmosis system from Active Heating, your local Coleman dealer. Active Heating of Watertown and Brookings, your comfort experts.
Being local means more than being just another small-town business. It means showing up for our member owners when they need us, supporting the organizations that empower the next generation of community leaders and agriculturalists, and providing resources to help ensure the communities we live in are here for generations to come. At AgTegra Cooperative, local isn't just about where our locations are. It's about serving our farmers, our employees, and our communities in ways that nobody else will.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Welcome back to Henry. We are in set number 5. It's tied 2-2 now. Florence Henry won that last one 25-15 to force a 5th set here. And Deuel will be serving to start this one, and that'll be number 9. That is Ella Kirkley at the service line for the Deuel Cardinals. Taken by Kaylee Vavruska, set up by Anna Byer. Chamber looks to put it down, dug out by the Deuel Cardinals. Hansen looks to put one down, taken by Rizloff, set up again by Byer. Rowan Raymer looks to put one down, that's blocked at the net. Peter Rines looks to put it across, set up by Byer again. Raymer looks to put that one down, and that is a kill for Rowan Raymer, and a good start for the Falcons as they take a 1-0 lead here in set number 5. And to the service line for the Falcons is number 9, Anna Byer. Byer looks to put it across for the Falcons, and she does, set up by Gehring. Gehring looks to get over to Edgerson. Did not get over the net. The ball's going to fall to the floor, and it's a 2-0 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. Anna Byer looks to put it up again for the Falcons. Puts it across. Taken by Deuel. Set up by Gehring. Going to be set to Edgerson. Edgerson's going to find a way to not let it come across again, and that'll be a point for the Deuel Cardinals. It's 2-1. And into the game is number 3. That's Elena Carlson. To the service line is Addison Timmons for the Deuel Cardinals. This is our last broadcast of the fall season as we have no more home games left. Rowan Raymer looks to put it down, and she does. That'll be a kill for Rowan Raymer, and the Falcons are taking a 3-1 lead now early on in set number 5. Rebecca Fleming into the game for the Falcons, and to the service line will be number 6, Emery Chamber. Shamber puts it up for the Falcons, and this one's going to go right across the top of the net. Has Deuel scrambling, but they recovered well. Edbritson goes a little deep for the Deuel Cardinals. That ball's out of bounds, and it'll be a 4-1 lead now early on in set number 5 for the Florence Henry Falcons. And remember, this set only goes to 15, so it's really important to get a hot start here for the Falcons. Emery Shamber has a nice little shot. That's going to be an ace for Emery Shamber, and that'll be a 5-1 lead now in favor of the Falcons. And if she keeps it going, I'm going to look for a timeout here shortly for the Deuel Cardinals. Emery finds a spot again, has Deuel scrambling a little bit again. That was into the net by the setter. As she tried to dig that one out of the net, she hit her hand on the net. That'll be another point for the Florence Henry Falcons, and a 6-1 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. And still no timeout for the Deuel Cardinals. Shamber puts it across, this time a little bit shorter. Set up by Gehring. Gehring gives it to Edgerson. Blocked at the net, and that ball falls to the floor inbounds, and that will be another point for the Florence Henry Falcons. And instead of having a timeout, we're going to bring in number 16, and number 16 is Roxanne Rammel. She's an outside hitter, and she's a senior for the Deuel Cardinals, and it's 7-1 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. Crucial miss hit there for service error for Emery Shamber, but she did go on a nice run. It's 7-2 now in favor of the Falcons. Into the game for the Florence Henry Falcons is number 4, Mashia McQuinn. Into the game for the Deuel Cardinals is number 5, Emma Sattler, and Sattler will go to the service line for the Deuel Cardinals. Sattler looks to put it across for Deuel, taken by Rizloff. Little miss hit across, and we're going to set it across from Beyer. Set up by Gehring. Gehring looks to put it across to number 3, and number 3 is Elena Carlson, and she puts it down for the Deuel Cardinals, and that's a kill for the Deuel Cardinals, and they bring themselves back to 7-3 now in favor of the Florence Henry Falcons. Sattler again at the service line for the Deuel Cardinals. She puts it across, taken by Rizloff, set up by Beyer. Beyer looks to put it across. That is blocked at the net. That's going to be a back row attack, because Anna is in the back row and she cannot hit it over the top. Therefore, it is another point for the Deuel Cardinals, as Deuel's trying to claw their way back into this one, and they're doing a very good job of it right now. And that's going to be an ace for Sattler. She's going to make it 7-5 now for the Florence Henry Falcons, as Florence Henry got off to a hot start, and now Deuel's getting their run back here early on in set number 5. Anna Beyer sets it up for Raymer. Raymer tries to put it across. Raymer hits the net. She will be in the net, and that will be a 7-6 now, as it looks like we are going to have just a little coaching there from the Florence Henry coach, Tasha Volkin, and she's going to let us play on. Rizloff takes it, set up by Beyer. Rowan Raymer looks to stop it, and she cannot quite do it as Deuel digs it out. Rebecca Fleming this time hits it across court, set up by Gehring. Gehring sets it up for Kirkleek. Kirkleek puts it to, that was Carlson. That ball's going to be deep for the Florence Henry Falcons and Elizabeth Ryder, and it's going to be a 7-7 tie now, as Deuel got themselves right back in this one, and we have a match now, ladies and gentlemen. Taken by Mashia McQuinn, set up by Anna Beyer. Fleming goes to hit it, blocked at the net. That ball is on the ground. That's going to be a kill for Rebecca Fleming, and that's what we needed to stop the run there by the Deuel Cardinals. It's 8-7 lead now, as the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons.
Serving for the Falcons, number 12, Rowan Raymer.
Hit across there by Carlson, set up by Beyer. Free ball across for Fleming, set up by Gehring. Gehring sets it up to Rammel. Rammel puts it across. We're going to have a back row tip there by Rowan Raymer. Carlson looks to hit at the net, and she gets it blocked at the net, but the ball falls on the Florence Henry side, and that'll be a point, and tied it up at 8 now for the 5th set here, as we're tied at 2, and Rammel will go to the service line for the Deuel Cardinals. Taken by Rizloff, set up by Beyer. Rebecca Fleming puts it down on the ground on the other side, and that's a kill for Rebecca Fleming, and a 9-8 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. Into the game for the Deuel Cardinals is number 12, Edgebritson. As she comes in the game, so does number 10, Ashlyn Vavruska, and number 5, Addison Beyer.
Serving for the Falcons, number 10, Ashlyn Vavruska.
Ashlyn looks to put it across for the Falcons, and she does. Taken by Deuel. She's going to have a set across, or free ball across, taken by Rizloff, set up by Vavruska. Hit down to the floor for Rebecca Fleming. That'll be another kill for Rebecca Fleming, and it'll be a 10-8 lead now for the Florence Henry Falcons. Rebecca has the hot hand now in the front row for the Florence Henry Falcons. Vavruska looks to take the serve again. She puts it across a little bit short. Set up by, not quite set up that thing. Oh, good scramble there by the Florence Henry Falcons as we had a sneak attack across there. Now we're going to have number 3 take it across. We're going to have Florence Henry, looks like they're in the net. That'll be a free point for the Deuel Cardinals. It'll be 10-9 now for Deuel as number 13, Hansen, comes back into the game. And number 3, Elena Carlson's at the service line for the Deuel Cardinals. Carlson looks to put it up and put it across, and she does. Taken by McQuinn. Set up by Addison Beyer. Free ball across for Ashlyn Vavruska. Set up by Gehring. Gehring looks to set up to Hansen. Blocked at the net. Just tipped just enough for the ball to hit the floor, and we have a 10-10 tie now. And set number 5, it's 2-2. Here's, we got an exciting one going right down to the end. This is a big match, or this is a matchup in the region, I do believe, as well. Set across by Schockert, set up for Hansen. Hansen looks to put it down. That ball did not get across, or that ball did not get over the net. Therefore, we're going to have a point for the Florence Henry Falcons. Into the game for Timmons for the Deuel Cardinals, and number 2, Kaylee Vavruska, and number 6, Emery Chamber for the Falcons. To the service line for the Florence Henry Falcons is
number 2, Kaylee Vavruska.
She'll have an 11-10 lead now as she looks to go on a run to maybe end this one. Set up by Gehring. Gehring looks to set it up for Kirkley. Kirkley puts it across, taken by Rizloff. Rizloff looks to put it across. It's going to be a tipped across by Emery Chamber. She finds a hole, and it's going to be a tip kill for Emery Chamber, and the Florence Henry Falcons take a 12-10 lead now as Vavruska goes to the service line again and see if we can go on a little bit of a run here and end this one. Vavruska has a nice little serve as we have Deuel scrambling a little bit. We're going to have a free ball across. Florence Henry needs to take advantage here. Set up by Ashlyn Vavruska. Schockert's going to look to hit it across. Taken by the Deuel Cardinals. Set up by Gehring. Gehring gives it to that's Kirkley. Kirkley hits that one into the net. It's going to be a 13-10 lead now, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor by the Deuel Cardinals. It's 13-10 Florence Henry in the 5th set, tied at 2 as we only go to 15 here, and we'll be right back.
Experience insurance the way it should be with Put Off Insurance Agency in Watertown. Established in 1995, we blend modern efficiency with old-fashioned customer service. As a locally owned, independent agency, our experienced agents specialize in both commercial and personal insurance, ensuring you get the expertise you deserve. At Put Off Insurance, you'll always speak directly with an agent. Call us today, 605-886-9319. Proudly supporting Florence Henry Student Athletic and Events. Choose Put Off Insurance, where your coverage is our only business.
Welcome back to Henry as we're in set number 5. It's 13-10, tied at 2 here in the Henry gym, and Kaylee Vavruska is looking to go again for the Falcons. She puts it across, and it's going to be set up by Gehring. Hansen's going to look to put it across, and she does. Taken by Vavruska, set up by Beyer. Looks to put it down by Chamber. It's going to be blocked at the net, and that's going to be a kill for Emery Chamber. It's going to be 14-10 now for the Florence Henry Falcons, and we are at set point here to see who wins this whole thing. Vavruska looks to put it across again. Puts it across a little deep this time. We're going to have some issues at the net. Ooh, puts it across. Good scramble there by the Deuel Cardinals. Free ball across. Now Florence Henry needs to take advantage of this. Set up by Vavruska. Schockert looks to set it across. That was something I was looking for, a hard hit there. We're going to have Kirkley tipping it across. Now we're going to have to get us a good hit there. Emery puts it down. Taken by the Deuel Cardinals. Set up to Kirkley. Kirkley looks to put it down. Taken by Rizloff. Again, Chamber goes to tip it across. Set across there by Gehring. Set up by Florence Henry. Blocked at the net. Taken by good scramble there. Set across for Vavruska. Gehring sets it up for Hansen. Hansen looks to put it across. She finds a nice little hole there. Good little scramble there by the Florence Henry Falcons, and it goes off of the Deuel Cardinals, and Florence Henry wins 15-10 as they take it 3-2 in an exciting one here in the Henry Gym to end the home season for the Florence Henry Falcons. Florence Henry wins 3-2 tonight in a 15-10 game set match as Florence Henry takes the final 15-10 as we have an exciting one from the ladies here tonight in the Henry Gym. Again, I want to thank all of our sponsors for setting up with us. Thank you for listening. And this is the last broadcast for the fall sports, and we will see you for the winter sports as basketball is right around the corner. And we'll see you guys later as Florence Henry volleyball team takes the win tonight, and they are going to prepare for postseason play. They got 2 more regular season matches left, I believe, and then it's postseason play. We will see you later.
Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. All right, now let's get all this stuff put away, and we're good.